Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Imperial Remnant. In the time since the last episode, I've brought over some of the changes that we made to the main repository. Not a lot of the gameplay ones, but as you can see here, there are a lot of new unit icons that have been done. So there's a new background for the land and space stuff, and all the space unit icons have been redone, except for the Sovereign here. But the ground units will be coming at some point. We are redoing a lot of the ground art assets in 2.3. So Knickers basically felt like it would probably be a waste of time to get all the ground icons turned over now when we're just going to be redoing them in the next couple months. So those will be coming. It's just not quite yet. But our main focus in this episode is going to be securing some of this greater Maldrood territory. We do have a Sovereign that is almost built. We have the Wraith over here at Hakasi, so we'll try to get some use of that in this episode as well if we can. We've got our ground forces on the way here. Let's move over that fleet into Pellaeon. We're going to try to take Fry Junction and Sorrento, and then move down into Gontram, Centaurs, and Metalorn, and then maybe even get into these last Greater Maldrood planets. But there has been a fairly common question recently about whether if people become patrons during the playthrough, whether they can still get the ships. So if there's anyone who is wondering that still, that's definitely a thing you can do. It's basically at any point in the playthrough, you can get your ship set up. So yeah, if you want to do that, that's absolutely a thing you can do. But let's drop in some army troopers. Let's get Veers here, AT-AT. I don't think there was any buildings here at all. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah. So another fairly common question directly about the mod, though, is what the biggest difference between the army troopers and like regular stormtroopers is. And there's not a huge stat difference, but the big thing that the stormtroopers can do that army troopers cannot do is fire while running. So if you get these guys to like take cover here and wait for stuff to walk into them, they're just as effective, or not just as effective, but they can be fairly effective. But if you're trying to like run up to and take some areas, you generally want your more elite units for that, because they are capable of firing while running, like those Nova Troopers just did. But let's see, what do you got here? Oh, the Lats are here. They're starting to come in. Where's Veers? Oh, you used it automatically. That's good. There's another one coming in. Let's get our Time Maulers in here. But yeah, so there's a lot of ground stuff that we're going to be updating. Knickers was working on getting these animation bugs fixed with the AT-AT, which I think he was able to do already. And then there'll be some other updates to that in 2.3 as well, if not 2.1 or 2.2. Definitely not 2.1. That was years ago. But we're in good shape to take down Junction already. Let's get Veers up here. And another thing that people probably noticed throughout the playthrough are, which I believe I even talked about this in one of the last episodes, but the neutral forces, which were generally or the indigenous forces, which were usually showing up as neutral, we've, thanks to the Stargate mod, we now know what would cause that. It was different to, like, if someone loaded a map on the Steam version's map editor versus the GOG version's map editor, it would index the factions differently. It would cause issues. So now that's now all the factions are in the same file, so that shouldn't happen, and we should be able to move on from that sad state of affairs. But this looks like a fairly simple space battle for us to take. So we'll do that. There was also another question, since I'm just getting through all the questions today, about whether I do still intend to do the Avitha playthrough. Because I was talking a long time ago, actually, about doing the Yavitha as a live stream and just going through the Black Fleet Crisis, because it's a fairly short GC. I could probably do it in like a 2-hour stream, and that is still the plan. I would definitely like to do that. I might even do that this week. Depending on how other stuff goes, because we're getting close to the point where we'll be releasing the mod, so we should, like, it all seems to be fairly stable. There are a few bugs which still persist, but a lot of the reasons for us not being able to fix some stuff is because we can't replicate the bugs, which is usually a good sign for overall stability, but it is kind of annoying when you're trying to fix something and you can't even get it to happen again. So, with anything, there's usually an understanding that you're not going to be able to ship it right away completely bug-free. So there's definitely going to be patches, but unlike the gap between 2.2 and 2.15, the time before 2.3 isn't going to be particularly long. So there'll probably be some stuff that we end up having to wait to fix, just because when the mod actually releases, it's a lot easier to get larger amounts of feedback, because the feedback we've been getting in the beta has been super useful, but more players equals more feedback, so, or like a broader, more stuff being tested in more ways, I should say. So if there is an issue, like 12 people testing for a couple weeks is still less than you'd get in the first few hours after release with hundreds or 1,000 or something people playing. So it's not really possible to do on the same scale before release. So it's kind of the thing you just gotta accept. I have been playing with some fighter squadron formation thingies as well. So you can see these TIE fighters are in more of a wall formation, and that's something I want to do a bit more of going forward. Just have some slightly different formations instead of all being in the V formation. But looks like we got it. They're going to keep sending in these. We're pretty much at the end of these Arca-10's reinforcements. But there we go. And we got them. So there's Sorrento, which I want to say is probably only the second last Greater Maldrood shipyard, because there's a fairly high concentration of them in this area, just because there's so many factions that are in this area. So we tended to pick more of the larger shipyards. Yeah, so they have DeSevero and Liana still. And Contrim, actually. Alright, so
Sovereign stands ready.
Distance calculated.
Sovereign stands ready. There also has been some work on getting some of the
Construction complete.
VO sent in that people have been, or VO implemented that people have been sending in. So there should be quite a few new VO lines like that in the release version. But let's also get some of the new patrons in here. So there's Days Vault, Peregrine's Nest. You can get Last Resort back, City of Angels, War Kitten, and I'm basically going to put Sovereign in that new fleet, or in that existing fleet, and build a new fleet for Palpatine. We're going to try to send a little bit south. So let's get you headed up to there. Palpatine, you can sort of chill here for us. And let's go in on Sorrento. What map are you, though? It is the Rhodia map, I want to say. So let's have a rodeo. Now that we do have our Rhodian head built for Raycast, we can also get some Rhodian civilians in. I don't know that we'll have time before 2.2 to get that done, but it'd definitely be a thing we do in 2.3 at that point, if we don't get it in by that point. So that should be nice. And hopefully we'll be able to get some other kinds of civilians as well, especially with Fall of the Republic. That'll probably be more of a focus there too. Let's send these guys through here. There is a sensor array somewhere in here. Yes, there it is. Okay, where are our plexi dudes? Some are hanging back there.
Reporting in.
Okay, let's get some maulers in there to help the AT-AT.
Reporting. All right, men, take cover. Spread out, man.
What I'd like to do is send the infantry through here, take out that turbo laser. Oh.
There they are. Order acknowledged.
So we'll need...
Activating.
Hold on, you guys stop that.
Roger that.
Yes, Commander.
We need the Plex guys, and they are over here.
Coordinates. Scanning for enemies. Initiate sweep.
Let's get that done. Get you up here.
Order, sir. Fallout troops. Blast them.
Roger
Yeah, you
that.
guys got those.
Setting
Go
course.
kill these guys that are creeping after AT-AT.
They are in my sights.
Nope.
Changing
Hold on.
course.
My bad.
In attack position.
Reporting. All right, men. Load
Oh.
your weapons.
Never mind. Don't even need to do that.
Commence attack run.
Awaiting orders. Target.
Okay. Probably should have just killed those first.
Move out.
Oh well. That assault was unnecessary.
Targets engaged. Awaiting your orders.
The enemy base shield is
Form
offline.
up. Right away.
Choose your reinforcements.
Setting course.
Advancing.
Oh, I didn't think I had
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
used all of they. You guys can't go in here, right? Yeah.
Out. Attack. Copy. I copy. Fallout troops.
Alright, so I'll have to just capture
Copy. Walker
this one up
moving out.
here.
Deploying reporting.
Looks like they're actually walking past that. So
Yes.
let's get one of you to just
Let's move
come
out.
back this way.
Yes, Commander. I copy.
You guys can actually go capture that.
Ready for your orders, sir.
They already have their own sensor array, so
Battalion standing by. Mauler
I'm
ready.
still not thrilled with how E-Webs perform.
Keep going.
I want to make them more effective against infantry again,
Open fire.
without making them rip apart vehicles. I'm pretty sure that's how I'd want to handle it.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's get you in here.
Ahead to that position. Right away. Setting course. Time order. Copy.
But I am really happy with how the icons are turning out. The UI icons are also being made higher res than these ones currently are, so that they play a bit better with like 4K screens.
Yes, Commander.
And in the future, we're thinking about doing that with all the other icons, but we just got to make sure we don't hit any like texture memory limits or anything like that. Is there anything more worth bombarding here? Not really.
Ready. Attack that target. Affirmative, sir.
All right,
What is
so we're actually okay.
command?
Let's send in these guys.
Activating.
Get everybody going.
Reporting. Yes, Commander. Ready. Right away.
It's just some structures.
Weapons armed. Providing covering fire. AT-AT ready.
Bombing run available.
Bomber
We
squad.
can hit.
reporting.
Are there so many barracks here?
Armored transport ready. Moving out. Laying
These are
support
turbo
supply.
lasers. That's all
Heading out.
turbo
Providing
lasers.
cover fire.
These are units.
All out. Let's move out.
I'm actually fairly happy overall with the TIE Crawler. TIE Mauler I'd like to update because this is still the vanilla model. But stuff like the Chariot Lav, the Imperial 2M tank, that all needs to 100% get updated. So do the shipyard models.
Building under
I
construction.
can't remember if I've actually brought that up in an episode so far, but one of the things we do want to do in 2.3 is get a
Reporting in.
level 4 shipyard for SSDs, because in order to be a bit more, give us a few more options with map design and keep the AI a little bit more competitive,
Battle imminent.
we did increase the number of level 2 and level 3 shipyards. So part of the way to offset that and keep some of the shipyards feeling a bit more special, like Kuat or Fondor or something, is to make them have access to a 4th level, which is what you use for SSDs. So like Kuat, Fondor, Mon Calamari, maybe Bilbringi, and like something up Yagamine or something up closer to
Choose your reinforcements.
the PA.
The enemy is approaching.
But Sovereign's still a pretty old model. The engine glows definitely need to change.
They will be taken care of.
We'll wait your command.
Did that like clip this?
Sovereign stands ready.
But time to get our first allegiance in here, I think. Easy boost. I don't think we've used allegiance yet. Got to be a little bit careful of the the raid fleet coming in.
We await your command, my lord.
After what happened with Palpatine, I'm going to be very sad if we
Star
lose
Destroyer standing by.
we lose our sovereign in the first battle.
Stands ready.
Ready for
We
battle.
await your command, my lord. Sovereign stands ready.
Sovereign apparently stands ready. In case anyone didn't pick that up.
Star Destroyer reporting in. We've got them on
We
scopes.
await your command, my lord.
Yes, Commander.
Did lose the shields on the Allegiance.
Our target.
Stands ready.
Course set. Enemies in range. I have them now. Cruiser
Station's going down. I want to change the border to the fighter icon too,
Copy that.
because it kind of sticks out now a lot more with the updated icons. Okay, what are we doing with? Oh, that's not where we jumped in.
Sovereign stands ready.
Launch bay is gone. Eliminating target.
Did Rogan Pox change that and I didn't realize it?
Intercepting.
No, because I'm not even on that. I'm not even on the main repository. So that's got to be. I don't know.
Where'd he go? Moving out. No
Choose your reinforcements.
Rogue Pox, help!
Gunship reporting.
Target locked.
'Cause this is ultimately something we wanted to do, where the raid fleets aren't gonna go in where
Awaiting order.
the attacker entry position is, and instead come from a randomized corner or something, which should also make it less abusable because you never know. Because like some people will go hide in the other corner when they get the alert that it's gonna happen, and yeah.
Awaiting your orders.
Okay, well let's
We're on the move.
get in there.
I'll take care of this. I've got the getting a lock.
I got one.
He won't be around much longer. Closing on target. Getting a lock. Enemy forces. Target critical. I'm on. Cover me now.
I don't like the background here.
Got him.
It's not fantastic.
Attack formation.
We await your command.
All right, we got transitory miss back. Fitting that we'd get the Hapen raid fleet for that. Look at those pixelated backgrounds. That's lovely. So Donager, trade station, Nebulon B2 frigate. I think there were some updates to the Nebulon B2 model as well to bring it more in line with the Nebulon B.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
But there's Sorrento. Let's get that built up. Let's get
Beginning
ground stuff. We do have Palpatine's fleet on the go here. We can actually build. It wasn't credits we ran out of. It was build slots. So Faraxin. There was one new one here. Atano Circus.
in production.
Where Dontel? Oh, there we go. Well, we have the inevitable here with us. And we're going to have the Sovereign fleet kind of move up through the Hapes cluster. So they're going to be dealing with Zinja's forces while Pellaeon is dealing with these guys.
Gun batteries ready.
Choose your
It looks like they don't have too many supporting forces. I'm not going to use Inevitable for this. I'm going to use Silencer. I'm going to use Ace of Hearts. I'm going to use Pellaeon. Get Balm Totalis. Terminus. Here, I'll just pause while we do that because it will take a little bit. We'll get Zenith of Tyranny over on this side. Devastator
We're moving out.
over here. And I'm going to get... I don't know what you guys carry because you're custom. Let's get... we'll go with you. And we can also get Terror Squadron in here because they don't actually take up any pop cap. So let's do that and let's go for
Out the iron cannons.
AC.
Awaiting your command. Attack commencing. Attack. Bombers at the ready.
Watch for enemy ships. Go after them. Engaging the enemy. He's about to be destroyed.
Our launch bay is gone.
He's headed your direction.
Our target priority is the laser cannon.
So the Bellator is not the toughest SSD, but they're pretty good.
Primary engine system is down. Our lasers are destroyed.
They're gonna lose a couple ships.
Waiting orders. I'm on this one. Engines activated. Attack. Target locked. We're being targeted.
Okay, hopefully not Pellaeon.
Target is those iron
He'll be back, but
Watch him. He's coming up. Narrowing position. Fire. Tightening up. Get behind them. Copy.
all our other ships were too far away. I was hoping the...
I'll take care of this.
They've taken out our launch bay.
Finish him. Watch your back.
Commander. Fire. Take out the iron cannons.
TIE Defender standing by.
Intercepting.
The shields aren't holding. Our engines are gone, sir.
Pursuing enemy forces. He will be
Oh well.
I copy. For the Empire.
I could have easily taken this out with
Reporting in.
Taking
Inevitable, but
critical.
where's the fun in that?
I got one. The lasers are our target.
Choose your
Our
reinforcements.
shields are down.
Get Galactic fried chicken in.
Our primary engine system is down.
Destroyed. He's headed your
Okay, if you were actually doing your job, this wouldn't be quite as big an issue.
Gun crews make ready.
gun them down.
I've got him.
Let's just get a regular Imperial 2 in.
Unable to shake them. My scopes are jammed.
Roger that. Form up.
I'm on this one.
Destroyer here.
Under control.
Okay,
Open fire.
so where's the station? Just the station over there, and let's get some MTCs in here. So there goes the Bellator. We auto-resolved against the other one and beat it. So I don't think we're going to be fighting another one. I think this will be it, and then Maldrood is going to be pretty much on their last legs. I may have to find a replacement commander for this fleet,
That target.
because Pellaeon's taking a nap until Era 4.
Commencing attack run. Attacking the lasers.
I'm not sure, actually, yeah, he'll come back Era 4. If not Era 4, then definitely Era 5, but
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to remember if he had a flagship switch, which I believe he did.
Watch him. He's coming.
He's supposed to go like the second half of Era 3, he'll end up in Maldrood. Or he'd normally end up in Maldrood, but then he's back for Era 4. And I think because so in 2.15, anytime that an Imperial leader, or anytime that a hero switched ships at any point, they'd be kind of exempt from the permadeath clause. But for most, that's being removed. Like for say Akbar to go from Home 1 to Galactic Voyager, he still does have to be alive, or he's intended to still have to be alive. But with Imperial leaders, because they are so key to the mod functioning, that is not the case with them. I don't think we're going to get attacked there, because it's Zinj's territory over there. He's kind of got us cordoned off.
AT ready.
Star Cruiser here.
Got 2 of them. Oh, they're already full. What are we looking at for that map? Okay, so that's a skirmish map. There might actually be some...
Receiving location.
I kind of want to... No, I don't want to do anything. Never mind. Let's just take the planet. There's an enemy fleet approaching. I haven't checked who it is, where it is. It's probably going to be Maldrood going somewhere. If it's the New Republic, we can deal with that fairly... Oh, never mind. You're going for Hakasi again. Oh, 29 Coronas. Okay, we need to get out of here. That fleet could actually do some very bad things to the Eclipse.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
I feel like we keep having to retreat from Hakasi,
Reinforcements en route.
but I don't think that's something we can get around here.
Reinforcements en route.
Hmm. Yeah, the Eclipse fleet, not going to be able to handle that right now. Here we go. It must have been like right at the same time. All right.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, some of the converted mission
Let's go.
maps. Okay, the starting force or starting forces point here is away from the
Enemy base shields up.
that thing, so we need to fix that. But some of the converted mission maps have been a little bit problematic because they have,
We've secured a landing zone.
especially corruption missions. I think they have some starting forces that are put on them by the game, and it seems like
It's them.
those are spawning on the map in ways that we didn't intend. So we have to figure out what's going on there. But that's one of the few, I guess, larger bugs, which it's not a huge deal. Like it's not game breaking,
Sensor node
but it's not good, and we need to figure out what's
Choose your
going on there.
reinforcements.
Right away. Destination set.
Distance calculated.
Let's get another
Setting course.
Time Mauler company there, but we're getting out facing one of the turbo lasers.
Yes, General. Confirmed and complying.
Let's get Veers.
Right away.
Base is under attack.
Once they start attacking Veers, I'm going to send in the Time Maulers with it.
Standing by.
There's that power weapons. So never mind, I'm not even going to need to do that. Veers apparently just barely outranges that.
Excellent
That's
suggestion.
news to me. Alright, let's send them up here with Veers.
Awaiting
I'll make sure we have some friends for him.
away.
Bombing run.
And you guys... I feel like this whole path is fairly heavily defended, and if I were Rogue, I would have put a sensor thing down here. Or not. It's just as good.
Sensor node constructing.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, that's another HV
I
gun.
will crush them.
Okay, so they didn't fire it.
Reporting in. Targeting at maximum firepower. Copy.
Okay, you guys can head in. There's another turbo laser there.
Reporting in, sir. They will die.
And that's not me complaining about him not putting one there, by the way. That's just... I was trying to see where on the map looked like he might have put one, and that was just my guess.
Heading out. Attacking target. Reporting.
Alright, you get in there. I was kind of afraid of the turbo lasers, but it seems like there's not one in this immediate vicinity. So let's get this up here,
Squad, advance.
and we'll see if they can survive.
Yes, sir.
Well, hold on. Do we have any other infantry in this area? No, just those guys down here. So let's get you guys
Move out.
off of your thing.
Right
Get
away.
you guys going up to my original
area,
position that I was telling you to go to.
Bombardment
Heading
available.
out.
Sensor
And I want to get more sensor nodes on some of these
complete.
closer build pads. So let's get you
Sensor
going
node
there.
constructing.
You guys have clearance up to this place. There's got to be a turbo laser around here somewhere.
Let's go. Keep going. This way.
Yeah, there it
Over
is.
there. Moving out.
Look at that ragdoll happening. Okay, so there's no turbo lasers at this
Destination is
entrance.
acknowledged.
So we can walk in there. Let's
Setting
get
course.
some other forces in and ready to go.
Setting course.
In and ready to win.
Roger that.
You guys can head down this way. We'll get all sides going.
Attacking. Targeting.
Is there anything actually in this area?
Yes, sir.
Here, you guys go get that.
Ready for your orders, sir.
Only the turbo laser thing was in range to shoot there.
Copy.
Veers is coming
En
in.
route.
Battalion standing by.
Okay, so we're going to put you guys off in this little cubby hole here. This AT-AT is going to come through and soak most of the damage.
Going.
And then we should be able to get some of our secondary forces in for maximum damage.
Reporting. There will be nothing left.
There goes that.
I'm order. Copy. Let's move out.
We'll cover you.
Construction complete.
What do we got here? I mean, I may as well use the bombing
Receive
run.
Orders. Ready. Initiate bombing run. Target locked.
Alright, Veers, you can keep going in.
Activate.
Oh, I think this is one of the maps, not WAPs. One of the maps that was missing the defending forces positions. If they had any garrison ground units, they wouldn't necessarily show up.
Roll out.
System conquered.
That may have been fixed already.
Construction.
So, we have Contrum. That's the last of their planets in that area. Okay, so what's the best way to handle this? I think we do want to split up their forces. So we go for Roche, we go for Metalorn, we go for Centaur. Well, I guess Rivester at this point now, too. This isn't great. Let's go
Unit in production.
get some ATPTs. Atipitas.
Right away.
Okay. I think how we're going to do this, we're going to swap you and the Sovereign again, because I feel like whichever one goes up against that fleet is going to die.
Full speed.
And
Construction complete.
On my way.
that is not ideal for Palpatine yet. Maybe we will.
My way, Chaz.
No. We're going to do voluntary all the way. This is only, what, the 4th episode with Palpatine, too?
Ready to go. AT-AT ready.
Can I actually...
Constructing.
HV gun... Oh, you guys are... You moved away most of your stuff.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
You don't even have any of your capital ships there anymore.
Tactical battle imminent.
That's just... I'm sorry. You're... dumb. Or you just don't think you can take the planets. You're kind of pulling away there. But, should be able to go in. This should be a fairly simple battle now.
Choose your reinforcements.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to retreat.
Inbound.
Awaiting command. Sovereign stands ready.
Wolverine stands ready.
The enemy will pay.
Alright. Here we go. Get Deus Vult in here. Get Peregrine's Nest. Atomic Circus can make its debut as well. Final Stand can make what will hopefully not be its final stand once again. That's all we got. Let's get the Sovereign in,
Yes, Commander.
and we'll keep doing what we're doing.
Comlink
It's
active.
a great day for the Empire.
Awaiting orders. Attacking target. Awaiting your orders.
It was a very much not clear Craig Ferguson
Awaiting
reference.
Your command. Your command, sir.
I've got him.
Fire at will.
We await your commands, my lord.
More enemy craft.
The shields aren't holding.
Taking fire.
Our engines are gone, sir.
I got it.
They've taken out our launch bay.
They're hitting us.
Commander.
I made sheet and make that the thumbnail for tomorrow's episode.
I want burning. Standing by.
Like a scandal brewing in our, like right in the open. I'm just announcing it.
Falling out of formation.
Target the Roger that.
All right, but it looks like we might actually be able to save Deus Vult.
Copy.
We await
Let's get these fighters going. You guys, I'm just trying to see what the nearest threat is. Karai,
sovereign stands ready.
which just sounds like someone mispronouncing my name.
We await your command.
Okay, most of these little guys are done.
I copy. The lasers are our target.
But that fleet had what? 5 Nebula, I know for sure. It had several MC-80Bs.
After the stragglers.
And I feel like with the Nebulas, with K-Wings,
Another attack.
they'll be able to pretty easily take care of us. Technically, the NR shouldn't have that until after this era. They shouldn't have the option to get the new class modernization project. But I haven't set up all the research and everything for the New Republic yet, all their era change stuff. So there's going to be some weird stuff like that. But at this point, I think they have pretty much everything they should, or everything they're going to have access to, rather. So it's a shame that we lost our structures. But
Awaiting your command.
we're good now. We're going to need to take Corellia at some point. Because that gives us good access to all this stuff, and it also means they no longer have access to Kuat, Camp, and Kakasi. Alright, we have
Ready to go.
a whole other fleet over here. Completely forgot about you down here.
Constructing.
But let's get those guys ready.
Input
We do have our first tank droids,
Construction.
which are
complete.
awful looking. Okay, never mind. Here I thought that was the end of the Belleters. They got Roche too. Alright, let's take Roche Asteroid Field.
Tactical battle imminent.
I'm just gonna have to surrender this, I think. Yeah.
Barracks destroyed. Tactical battle imminent.
Zinj just took Roche back too. I'm kind of cutting off their ability to fight each other, but I'm gonna need to send up what is now Palpatine's fleet in the transitory miss.
Lancer frigate ready. Proceeding. Moving out.
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, for this we will use Inevitable. Because this fleet's
Incoming.
as much fun as I had.
Intensify laser.
Too many sacrifices. Alright, let's get Zenith of Tyranny in to redeem itself after spinning around fecklessly. Get some Lancers in to help. We can get an ISD-2 in. Let's put it over here. We can slide it in. There we go.
All batteries commence firing.
Returning to your position.
Superstar destroyer ready.
Okay, you can focus on Solemn Vow.
I got one.
If Mars Fist is going down, this guy needs to actually get up more. Here, just hit the shields. Hit the engines.
Engaging the enemy.
Craft.
And now focus on helping Zenith of Tyranny.
Taking fire. Roger. Yes.
Oh, you're actually too far away to get in here, so never mind. At least you're going to be opportunity firing on that. So, it's all good.
Engaging the enemy. All batteries commence firing.
In my sights.
There we go.
Enemies in range.
Engaging the enemy. All batteries commence firing. Fire
Getting a
with
lock. Coming back around for another run.
Okay.
Nowhere to run.
Let's finish
all
him.
batteries commence firing.
So there's Roche Asteroid Field for us. We kind of traded Findar for some of these southern planets, but as we make our way up more, with either this fleet or with the 2.3 win, either this fleet or the
Control.
other fleet over here, the Pellaeon or Palpatine fleet, they're not going to be able to expand as much. So if we can go in just quickly to Metalorn, Centaurus, and then into Findar, Liana will be split off. Zinj just took to Severo. Rivester and Antimeridius will be a little bit more out of our way, but it's not going to be too bad. I think this corner of the galaxy is pretty much under control. What we do need to worry about a bit more is the New Republic, but our fleet power is actually higher than theirs. So once we do start focusing on them, we're going to have 3 or 4 fleets. Right now we have the Sovereign fleet, the Palpatine fleet, the fleet with tackle, and we have the fleet formerly known as Pellaeons over here. So it'll be fine. But thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to click the like button. It does help the channel a lot. And I will see you next time. Bye.